Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, guys. Hey, Ben, what's up?
Marco!
Hey, good morning, Ben.
I'm in a
You
bit of a
ready?
hey, brother. We finally
What happened?
we finally got connected.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna be 8:30. I mean 8:15, right? 8:15.
What's that? Yeah, 8:15. So the show will be live, guys, at 8:06. I'm filling in for Jim Franklin. Jim Franklin live on 1680 AM. It's where my show is also on Frontline Radio, and I have the honor and pleasure of having my brother Marco Gutierrez on today.
Yes.
So we're gonna have an awesome show, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope your audience doesn't get angry because I am a white supremacist.
What's that? Hey,
I
let
hope
me put my headphones in, man. I'm having trouble hearing with the background noise. Hang on one second. Bear with me. Got my tangled web of headphones. Driving on the freeway. Sorry. Oh, you guys don't need hands free, guys. No hands free. We always follow the laws of California, right?
Yes.
Every single one. Now I can hear. Say that again, brother.
No, what I was saying, I hope your listeners don't get angry when they hear a brown nationalist.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you and Will Johnson. You're the first brown white supremacist, and he's the first black white supremacist I've ever met. So that's the irony and hypocrisy of the left it's insane. I mean, you've got these guys that shout people down as racist, and they don't even look. I mean, like, you would think that they would look at you and be like, oh wait, I'm an idiot. He's Mexican. He's not a white supremacist. I'll shut up now. But they still say it. They're just so stupid. But we got to pray for him, man. We got to pray for him. That's the key.
Yes, at the end of the day, the truth should prevail, and I think we just
That's it.
speaking the truth, and things will fall in place, I think.
Yep, you're right, man. That's it. Truth will prevail. All of these, and a lot of times I get into debates with people, and and it's like we come from totally different baselines, and so we'll never see eye to eye. But in the end, or we may, if someday they come to my foundation of Christian conservative, but like you said, someday all truth will be revealed, and I may be totally wrong. I don't think so, but it could happen.
Okay, Ben. Well, thank you for inviting me. And I'll see you at 8:15.
All right. Yep. I'll have. So just make sure you give me a hi, because we'll give you a call. My producer will give you a call, and then we'll link on here too. It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna have an awesome show, brother.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Bye. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to be on this guy's show this morning, and I'm really excited to go on his show because he is in Fresno, California, and in Fresno, there is a high concentration of Hispanics. So how's everybody's morning? I'm getting ready to take my kids to school right now. You going out? Um, Hi, Michelle. Um, Let me, I'll put the station on this live feed. More. Wow, today's September 1st? I didn't know that. Carlos, good morning. I'm going to go on Ben's show here, later on today. Please tune in. Arthur's doing great. I talked to him yesterday. Oh, here he is. Arthur's here. So Arthur is,
Hello.
Arthur, good morning.
Good morning.
So you're going to InfoWars sometime today or tomorrow?
Yes, I have it. I've survived Berkeley. This is the perfect hat for me. Yes, that's going to start at 8:30 our time. And then, I'm going to be on Alex Jones' show. I'm going to be talking with him at 11:30 our time. I just got the phone call. They want me on. Okay, we'll do it like that.
That is amazing.
Yes,
That is amazing, Arthur. I think
it is amazing.
a lot of people in Sacramento yesterday were asking me for you. We are so thankful that you came up here and that you endured what you
Yes.
go through. So I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I think that you sent a message to the whole world what happens to a Trump
Yes.
supporter.
Yes.
How do you feel? How do you feel about what happened to you?
You know, um, at it was probably the scariest 10 minutes. I had no idea what was going to happen to me at first. I thought I was going to get, beaten or, anything. There were like three competing demands on me at one time. I was trying to stay with you guys, trying to get to the car and trying to, stay safe. And, when I see a line of police officers in riot gear walking down the street, I'm going, they're not going to do anything. Boy. So I just took off down the street as much as I could. And, I feared the worst in a lot of ways, but I see it, it really has worked for good. Jesus Christ protected me and he has made good out of this, always has. And when I sat there, it's like I just in my heart, I thought of that lady who got hit with the eggs when she ran into a corner in San Jose. It was like the safest thing she could do, and that's exactly what I needed to do when I turned into that gas station there on University Drive and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I'm not angry about it. It's really, really worked for us. The outpouring of support that I've gotten, many people told me that was our Rosa Parks moment, where we are seen as benevolent, but as the victims, that we're being oppressed by hateful, bigoted, abusive leftists, and how the media could no longer spin it. I'm very glad that I could be at Berkeley. I'm very glad that, for that little bit of pain or shame they tried to impose on me, it's worked out so well for all of us. I stood for free speech. I was so glad to be there. It was incredible. I talked, for the first 2 hours, it was a wonderful time. I talked with people of all spectra. It was really something, and I look forward to doing something like that again, the results of this, the mayor has been put to shame and had to speak out against it and call them a gang. They're a terrorist group. He didn't go far enough. I can't say at some point I'm going to confront him personally. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. And then for Nancy Pelosi, she had to speak against it. When for months the Democrats and their media enablers had been covering for them, and they couldn't do it. And it was really inspiring. You know, the CBS affiliate up in the Bay Area, they denounced the people who were defending Antifa. They showcased myself. You know, Arthur Schaper had been talking to people for 2 hours. He committed no crime. He was not violent. It was so good to be defended. It was so welcoming to be supported like that, and by a liberal mainstream media. And then right after it, Nancy Pelosi had to denounce this, you know, and she actually had to say, "I have nothing against Trump supporters," which is like, you know, what's been going on for the last 8 months, Nancy, Alzheimer's Nancy, but she at least had to say something. And then even Paul Ryan had to back away from any kind of support for these thugs. You know, the power's with us. And, you know, it was a small sacrifice to pay for such a dividend, finally, that our movement is fully legitimate, that even the media can't smear us, you know. It was a good moment. When I sat there at the gas station, I was able to say, I condemn the white supremacy. They cut out the part where I said, I condemn the white supremacy of the Democratic Party. Because it's theirs. And I spoke out. I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. There was no reason for me to have to fight back. I didn't even notice I was spit on until watching the reports, but that was really odious. It was. I was probably so caught up in the pain of being pepper sprayed and glitter bombed. It was two different things. I finally saw it on a media report, and you know, that took me about 3 hours to recover from. I have filed a report with the Berkeley Police Department. I got in touch with 2 police officers, badge numbers 21 and badge numbers 503, so that's on record. And I am not deterred in this. I intend to double down even further. Let me get something really quick. I'll just show you guys. Some people are really concerned. And see if I can, you know, walk and chew gum at the same time here. And give me a sec here. It's this worked out really well. Sorry that the things didn't quite work out with the I was going to do the Skype live feed yesterday, but it didn't quite work out. Everybody, I do have glasses. I'm okay. So I had an extra pair, and somebody I know in another part of the state is going to help me purchase another. People have contacted me. They're going to purchase hats for me. They're going to purchase new flags for me. So, you know, that little loss has led to many people more than supplying a need for me. So I am not angry about it at all at this point. I am so glad to see the responses that have ensued.
That's awesome. You know, even the Hispanic, I went into a radio show in Spanish yesterday, and before me was the mayor of Berkeley was speaking to this Spanish liberal media. And,
yeah.
And they confronted him. They actually say, why didn't you do anything? So even in the Spanish media, they already know who Antifa is. So they own Antifa. It's their baby.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's still Nancy Pelosi's baby. She has not gone far enough. They are a terrorist group, and Jeff Sessions must issue a RICO investigation immediately, the Racketeer Influenced Corrupt Organization Act, so that we can take them down and whoever's funding them, which is very likely George Soros. Take them down.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Arthur. You're my hero, man. You were my hero before Berkeley, but now it's like, I'm serious. People are just so grateful for what you did, and I'm sorry you had to endure that.
Yeah, it was rough. You know, there was I always love that verse. You know, there's sorrow at, you know, there may be sorrow at night, but there's joy in the morning. And when I woke up to such an outpouring of support and awareness, even there were liberal-leaning people who said, I can't believe this. This is outrageous. It's wrong. Somebody had even shared with me, you have red-pilled thousands of people because they see the right. We're not the violent ones. The violent people are on the left. One of the best things, I mean, I am even shocked at how decent the media liberal media was. And I think part of it is that they are facing now such fierce competition from our spontaneous live feeds to the independent media journalist who showed up on site ahead of any of these corporate media, corporate media professionals. One guy even reported my statement that the KKK, the Nazis, as well as Antifa, they are left-wing groups. We must forever end this false narrative that people on the right are violent. And as for this alt-right movement, it is actually also left-wing. It is a total fake and abusive co-opting of the term right. That's why it's called alternative right, essentially. And it's become almost meaningless. You know, the media is using that term in such a sloppy fashion and in a last-ditch attempt to smear us. And I want to make sure people recognize you, Marco, with you. The sign that I had, it's gone all over the world, God bless Donald Trump. And you went right up in people's faces and yelled at them, Trump is your president! And I saw the guy who foamed at the mouth. They triggered like crazy. And I dared them, and many of them said the most racist things imaginable. So once again, who are the racists?
Exactly.
The people on the left. It's always been that way. From 1854 to the present day, the Republican Party has fought against racism. And in spite of an attempt by big business interests to co-opt the party and the movement to push amnesty, to push corporate welfare, that's getting pushed away. And they're going back to the Democratic Party where they've always belonged. And that's why we see Trump succeeding in such immeasurable ways. So glad that you had me on. I've got to get ready, as you know, for the InfoWars event. 2 of them actually today. I look forward to it. That's going to be by Skype. I don't know how live it will be or to what extent it will be broadcast in the near future, whether today or by Sunday. But I'm really looking forward to it. I have so much to report. We have so much love and support now all over the country. And the Democratic Party, the regressive left, they have just further shot themselves in the foot. They've nailed themselves to failure. And now we have, and more great announcements are coming soon today. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much, Marco, for bringing me on. I really appreciate it.
Just one more thing. When are you coming back to Berkeley?
Well, I might as well say this. I'm going to be going to the mother of all rallies. I'm leaving the area September 13th. I'll be coming back on the 18th. So I have a GoFundMe set up. Please donate to that. I've got about half the money raised. I just need half more. I'll be visiting Trump supporters in New England too, since I'm going to be there on the East Coast. I just want to give a shout out to that. And also, I plan on coming back to Berkeley for the entire Free Speech Week. I will be there the last week of September. I am going to stand my ground and take the territory back because Berkeley is our city as much as Trump is president in every other city in the state of California. And I will be confronting the mayor and the chief of police, and I will demand an apology. I will demand their resignation. And we are going to make it very clear that we're not going to take this abuse. We will not sit in the back of the bus to this tyranny. We will not be treated like second-class citizens in our own country. As Chanel would say, my friend Chanel Temple, we will not have a set of laws for the left and a set of laws for the rest of us. And if they can't handle it, then their jobs need to perish.
Right on. Thank you, Arthur.
All right.
God bless.
Thank you so much, Marco. All right, take care.
Good day. So there you have it, guys. That's Arthur Schaper. He just pretty much made a big dent on the narrative with the left about Antifa, and